Hello, everybody. This is the old bear from the old bear's den of Bigfoot. Let me shut this truck down for a little bit. Sorry I haven't put any videos out, ladies and gentlemen. I have been super busy dealing with the final stuff from my dad's will and testament and helping my older brother do that because he's executor. And just been busy with family. My wife had a birthday this past weekend. I want to wish her a happy 58th birthday. Just because she's 58 doesn't make her any less beautiful than the day that I met her. She's the most beautiful woman in the world to me. And I just want to wish her a happy birthday, belated birthday. And want to come on here and bring you a short account that happened to a family. I'm not telling the state. I'm not telling a city nearby. I'm not doing any of that on this one because this family wants to remain completely anonymous. This family is a husband and wife. The husband works out of town a lot. He doesn't drive truck. He's a quote salesman. What did he say? He's a executive salesman is what he said his title was. And anyway, guys, his wife stays at home. He makes more than enough money for her to stay home and take care of their two lovely, handsome young men that they have. Both of them are not in school right now because of this quote unquote pandemic. Yes, it's bad on some people, but it's only bad if you're over a certain age. Anyway, this lovely family live in a large subdivision. There's not very many homes. They have a large $1.5 million home, and it's at the back of the subdivision where all the trees are at, where they're not supposed to be putting any more houses. So their two rambunctious young men that they have like to go play in the woods. Well, that's how this all got started. They were out playing in the woods one day. Mom said they could go, and they had to be back after a certain amount of time. And if they heard her holler, they better be on a dead run to get back to the house. So these two young boys go out in the woods and start playing around, and Mom can hear them out there hooping and hollering and going, pew, 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 I shot you, no, I shot you, arguing, playing guns with sticks. And about, I'd say around 3 o'clock, Mom hollers at him, and they come running, and they're turning around waving at somebody, and Mom's like, when the boys got up to the porch, she said, "Who are you waving at?" "Oh, we met a new friend, Mom. He's a very good, he's a nice guy. He's a little different looking, but he's a nice guy." "Okay, well, you're going to bring him over sometime and let me meet him, and then we'll go meet their parents, and that way they'll feel safe around him. Letting him play with you." "Okay, Mom." Well, they play with this kid for about 3 or 4 days. And Friday rolls around. Dad rolls in about noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the boys are out in the woods, and he hollers at the boys, and they come out of the woods, and they're waving, and so they the boys come in, spend time with Dad and Mom, and And they watch cartoons with dad and, stuff, boys like to do with their father. Saturday morning rolls around. They get up early. Mom fixes breakfast, and the boys take off, want to go out and play as soon as they get done with breakfast. And Dad says, well, y'all stay close. Don't be going too far. We might go somewhere a little bit later, and you might want to be able to get some ice cream, but you got to be where you can hear us if we holler. So the boys are out there playing, and Dad's hearing them running through the woods, hooping, hollering, having all fun time. And he gets kind of curious because his wife had mentioned to him that after breakfast when the boys left the house that they had a new friend, but they haven't brought him over yet. And so Dad goes out there to see if he can see this little boy. Well, they're all sitting there at the creek, which they were never allowed to cross. And the two boys are sitting there at the creek, and on the other side there is a childlike figure, but it's not a human child. Dad runs over, overreacts, runs over, grabs his boys because they're playing in mud, grabs them up and starts running off. And for some strange reason, I guess when Mom saw Dad going to the woods to go get the boys, she followed behind him. Well, when she got to where she could see, Dad had his back to this little let's put it this way, little male Bigfoot on the other side of the creek. And when Mom walked up, its mama stepped out. His wife screamed at the top of her lungs, and the female Bigfoot let out a scream of its own. Dad shoved the two boys behind to his wife, turned around to face the threat, and told her to get the boys back to the house. That he would be along shortly. He was just going to make sure they didn't come over and cause any trouble. Well, when the boys and the wife got outside, he said, look, we don't want no trouble. We didn't know that our boys was playing with your little boy. We just don't want no trouble. He just backed up until he was outside of the creatures, outside the female, the Bigfoot, and the little Bigfoot, and turned and ran to the house, locked the doors, and I guess around 5 o'clock they all went out to eat and took the boys to get ice cream. And the whole time Dad was questioning them. How long y'all been playing with this little boy? How long you been doing this? How long, how'd you meet this little boy? Did y'all not know that thing wasn't human? And Dad was asking a bunch of questions while they were in the car, and he asked them after dinner when they went to go get ice cream and everything else, and the boys answered his questions as best they could, how they knew how to answer them. And after that, Dad was like, well, y'all can't go out there and play no more because that thing might hurt you. Did you not see the big one that was there? And, that's its mother. It can hurt you, kill you, whatever to you. And the boys are scared. Well, they go out on Sunday morning to go outside. And these two little boys go out there exploring right there in the yard, running around, chasing each other. And they come upon 3 sticks that were laid right side beside each other. And they were the sticks that they were using for their guns when they were going cowboys and Indians in the woods. And they can't figure out why, and they holler at their dad, and the dad comes over and picks them up and says, well, what are these? Well, those are our guns that we were playing with. There's three of them, but there's only two of us. It must be the other one. Must be that little boys that we was playing with, Dad. And Dad says, "You two get to the house. Get to the porch now." And he turns and starts walking to the porch, and the boys ran off and went to the porch. They listened very well to their father, which is a good thing. The wife was sitting there on the porch, and she said, "Honey, you might want to turn around." Well, he turned around about halfway across the yard, and that little Bigfoot was standing there at the edge of the woods. And he was waving at the two boys, and the boys was waving back at him. And then the big mama Bigfoot stepped out there and took him by the arm and led him away from the house. And the two little boys have not seen him since then. So I guess he made peace with them by returning their rifles or guns or whatever they were using them as, the sticks. And they've not had any trouble. They've not had anything done at their house. Just the two boys were playing with a little Bigfoot, and it wasn't much bigger than they were. Couldn't have been very old. Anyway, that's the account I'm giving you today. We'll have another one that's very interesting this coming weekend. I'm going to try to put it out Sunday, if I don't have to leave town on Sunday. But don't miss the live show Friday night. This video is probably going to be out Saturday, so yeah, this will be too late. So don't worry about the live show. Y'all just, I hope you enjoy it, and everybody's, please stay blessed. And may the Lord watch over each and every one of you. And we love you all. And this is the Old Bear signing off. Bye-bye now.